With the help of a unit circle, you can measure the angle from 0 to 360, and with the help of right angle triangle, you can tackle the side length and base length of each point on the circumference. How we do that? With the help of functions. We have three major functions like sine, cosine, and tangent, which has been defined with the components of opposite, adjacent, and the ratio of both of them. Now have a clear look at sine function, which is responsible for finding the side length of any point on the circumference, which is defined as the ratio of opposite side to the hypotenuse. Since the hypotenuse is 1 because the radius is 1, we can say that the opposite side length is sine function. Similarly, the base length, which is defined as cos function equals to adjacent to the hypotenuse. The ratio gives us the direct proportion with the adjacent side or the base length of any point on the circumference. Hence the same hypotenuse is 1 because radius is 1. Now, observe carefully the x and y coordinates, which are nothing but the base and the height of each point on the circumference, are directly equals to x is cos function and y is sine function. Now, slow down and have a look at these two figures. The first one has a higher side length than the base length, and the second one smaller side length and higher base length. That says your input angle decides the length of the triangle and the base length of the triangle, which is nothing but as angle increases, height increases, and the base decreases. Now we can say that the cos of A or cos function is x coordinate and sine function is y coordinate with the previous observations. Now the tan function. Tan function is nothing but finding the slope of it. We know the tan function is nothing but the ratio of sine to the cos. Now, how we can make use of it? First thing, let's learn the meaning of slope. It is the change in the y-axis to the change in the x-axis. That is, rise to the run. With the help of this formula, we can remodify that rise, which is nothing but sine function, which is y coordinate, run, which is cos function, which is x coordinate. And we know that tan function is the ratio of sine to the cos, which is rise to the run. That means the slope and the tan both are equals to the change in y with respect to change in x. Therefore, tan function gives us the slope of every point. So here is the standard table for each input angle from 0 to 90 degree. We have different length and base length and slope of each and every point on the circumference that has been defined with this trigonometric table here. And we can observe everything is related to each other. Hence, trigonometry deals with the relationship between angles and sides of the triangle using functions like sine, cosine, and tangent. Now, this relationship gives us the entire idea about each and every point on the 2D plane. For example, if you want to find the height of a tree, you can make use of a trigonometric function, which is tan function here because tan is the ratio of sine to the cos, which is nothing but height to the base of a triangle. Now you want to find the height. You know the distance from where you're standing up to the tree is 10 meters and you have created an input angle of 30 degree. So you need to multiply both of the values to get the height, which is 5.77 meters here for this example. Thank you.